What is bullying? If you're being bullied, then that means somebody is purposefully being hurtful or mean to you. And they keep picking on you because they think that they're smarter, cooler, better, or stronger than you. But that's not true. So what do? My name is Maria, and in this video, I'm going to share about this book that Stephen Tako wrote. It's called Junga the Dancing Yeti, and it's about a young Yeti who's being bullied. So what does a Yeti do when he's being bullied? Well, let's find out. Junga Yeti lived with his family in the frozen mountains. Yetis love cold, snowy weather, and his papa said the snow helped to hide and protect them from danger. The weather was too cold during the winter months for Junga, the youngest Yeti. He was always jumping around to keep warm. Mama said he was her little dancing Yeti, but brother and Sissy did not like all the moves he would make. Mama, yelled brother, he's doing it again. Yeah, please tell him to stop, cried Sissy. Junga, can't you be normal like the rest of us? Hush, you two, replied Mama. Junga, I like what you're doing. I jump around because it's too cold here and this warms me up, said a cold Junga. Grandma Yeti asked Mama and Papa if she could take Junga to a place that wasn't too cold for the winter. Junga's parents knew he would be in good hands with Grandma. They would miss their youngest Yeti, but agreed this would be best for Junga. Grandma and Junga climbed onto a ship to find a new home for the winter. The little Yeti was excited about the trip. He'd never been off the snowy mountains before. When Grandma knew they were south enough, she brought her grandson and their things through the ocean waters to the nearest land. Look, Junga, can you see those big and powerful condor birds? Asked Grandma. They need plenty of open mountain space just like us. Yes, I do. I love you, Grandma. Thank you for taking care of me, said Junga as he held tightly to her back. We made it, Junga, said a tired Grandma. Now let's find a place to rest a bit before heading up the mountain. Yippee, yelled little Junga. Shh, we must be quiet, warned Grandma. We need to get to the mountaintop safely, so please whisper until we find a safe cave. I'm sorry, Grandma, whispered Junga. Grandma noticed the air getting a little cooler and saw more pine trees. This let her know she was on the right path. Are we almost there, Grandma? Asked her tired Junga. Yes, little Yeti, I believe this is a good mountain, said Grandma. Will we find friends here like us? Asked Junga. We will find friends, but not like us, Junga. Not like us, answered Grandma softly. Grandma, is this cave good enough for us? Asked Junga. No, Junga, we could not both fit in there. We need to find a bigger cave, replied Grandma, sounding a bit annoyed. Hello in there, Junga yelled into the cave. Junga, please, no loud noises until I know we have found a safe place to stay, scolded Grandma. What do we have here? Yelled General Condor, leader of an army of huge condor birds. A couple of beasts trying to ruin the king's festival? I'm sorry, said a frightened Grandma as she moved to protect Junga. We mean no harm. You see, we were... Silence, Yeti beast! Take the old one to the king's court, ordered General Condor. In a flash, two large condors grabbed Grandma and flew off with her, leaving a shaking and alone little Yeti. So, Yeti beasts do exist, said the general in a booming voice, and feel they can walk freely on our land. He accused, I have heard stories of your kind, and you do not belong on our peaceful mountain. But please, sir, cried Junga, we don't... Silence, yelled the general. You may be too young to be a threat to us, but we will take you to the king's festival locked in a cage. The king may reward us for this prize, but make sure the old beast is well hidden, the general said to the guard. Poor Junga was so scared and cold in the cage, he was shaking while the condor guards teased him. Hey, look at the little snow beast. Ooh, he's so scary. Ha ha ha, laughed one of the guard birds. We've got us a monster? Ha ha ha, some monster he is, teased another. Hey, show us a scary face. Can't you howl, baby Yeti? Junga had no idea what they were talking about. He wished Grandma was there to help him. I'm sorry, Grandma, Junga whispered to himself. If it wasn't for me, we would be safe, back at home. Junga was cold, so he shook and jumped around to warm up a bit. Look, he's doing his monster dance, yelled a condor. Ooh, I'm scared of that, laughed another guard. Ha ha, hey, what do you know? It's a dancing Yeti, howled another. At that moment, the little Yeti stopped moving. What did you say? Asked Junga. I said you're a dancing yeti. Ha ha ha, laughed the condor. That's what Mama calls me, said Junga as he burst into tears. Gee, little guy, you don't act like a monster. You seem like a nice little yeti, said a guard. Why did you and the old yeti want to ruin our festival? My grandma and I just got here today. We don't want to ruin anything, and we're not monsters. We just wanted to find a safe cave to live in. And now, I don't know where Grandma is. Little Junga burst into tears again. Aw, gee, kid, what's your name? Asked one of the condor guards. I'm Junga, answered the brave little yeti. Junga told him how he and his grandma left their home in search of a place that wasn't so cold for the winter. General Condor was called over to Junga's cage. We hear you're a great dancer, little yeti. Will you do a dance for us now? Asked the general. But Junga was too afraid when he saw the big condor again. Go on, dancing yeti, whispered one of the guards. This is your chance to help your grandma. While Junga danced, the guards told the general what Junga had shared with them, and that he and Grandma were not a threat. Perhaps our king will be happy to have a dancing yeti perform at the festival, said General Condor. All the forest animals love watching Junga's special dance. The king and queen condor were amazed to see how kind and lovable yetis can be once you get to know them. Junga jumped, shook, and danced his best moves to the festival music. He was performing for the royal court, but in his heart he was dancing for Grandma. He really wished he could see her. Grandma, squealed a very happy little Junga. You're okay. Oh, Grandma, I missed you so much. You did it, Junga, said a delightful Grandma. Your dancing warmed the hearts of the condors. They were scared of yetis because we look very different from them. But they said they were really sorry and brought me here to see you right away. Plus, they have a surprise for us. Oh, Junga, I'm so proud of my little dancing yeti. The king and queen showed the yetis a wonderful cave. Junga, said the king, this will be a safe winter home for you and your grandma. Can we count on you both to watch over this area for us? Grandma and Junga looked at each other with surprise. Soon, continued the king, we condors will move down the mountain and the bears will hibernate. Yetis will be in charge of this land until next spring. Well, only if you agree. It would be an honor, beamed Grandma and Junga together. Junga, asked Grandma, are you cold? No, Grandma, said the bouncing yeti. I'm dancing now because I'm so happy. We have a great cave here for the winter and we've found new friends. And I'm sure we will have wonderful stories to tell everyone back home when we return next spring. The condors and Grandma laughed as they watched the delighted dancing yeti. Helpful tips from Grandma Yeti. When someone looks different from us, it's good to learn more about them. Be happy with yourself. Nobody else will ever be just like you. When someone bullies other kids, it's usually a sign that they're really sad. Be a friend to new children that you meet. Invite them to sit with you or to play a game. There is safety in numbers. Junga's creed: be a leader and do what's right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed Junga the Dancing Yeti and that you learned some strategies from Grandma Yeti at the end when she shared her helpful tips. If you enjoyed that book, then I encourage you to check out Stephen's second book called Junga the Dancing Yeti Meets Heidi. So follow along in his adventures. And I also was able to conduct an interview with Stephen Tako, the author. So check that out. Check out the video right here. He tells his inspiring story and he has just really good insights. So I encourage you to check that out. And then if you have any comments that you can share about bullying and things that other people can learn from, please put that in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for future content on how to apply child development concepts, and thank you for watching.